Welcome to What Keith Says. Thanks for stopping by today. I was out with Ginger. We had a beautiful little walk this afternoon, and while we was out, we were just minding our own business, walking through the edge of the bushes and down a little pathway, and all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I could see something moving in the trees off to our left. We got a little bit farther along the walk, and all of a sudden, here it came. A man with two big dogs come walking out of the woods. And Ginger immediately decided she was going to tell him this is her walkway, get away. And boy, she tried to get over there, pulling as hard as she could at the end of our leash to get to those other dogs. And the gentleman over there was pulling the opposite direction, trying to get him away. Well, soon we got separated and went our own ways. And as I was walking, I was thinking, that really reminded me of all the mess we got going on right now in our nation and even around the world, but mostly in our nation. With the storms that have come through, and this is in early September, we've just had the Hurricane Harvey hit down on the Texas and Louisiana coast, and boy, people just responded to do good things. But even in the midst of that, thousands of people going to do good things and bring help and hope, there's always somebody with a bad attitude and a bad opinion, and they got to see what's going on from their viewpoint. Just like Ginger and those other two dogs were trying to see what was going on from their viewpoint with the other one, but neither one of them really needed to be messing with that. That would have been a problem. Well, a lot of times people get into stuff they don't need to be getting into. This is made very obvious to me by the social media and the news, as President Trump calls it, the fake news. There's so much junk going on and saying so many bad things. It's just not necessary for that to happen. But they're doing it anyway. And it reminded me of this scripture. I'm sure you've heard it before, but I want to read it to you so it comes out good, the right way. Finally, brothers, whatsoever is true, whatsoever is noble, whatsoever is right, whatsoever is pure, whatsoever is lovely, whatsoever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about these things. Whatsoever you have learned and received, or heard from me, or seen in me, put into practice, and the God of peace will be with you. What Paul was saying here to the Philippians is, don't get involved in the mess. Don't pay attention to the junk and the stuff that's going on. There's another scripture that talks about foolish talking. Unnecessary. It just doesn't do any good. It's like gossip. What's it do? It stirs up trouble. You're not sharing a prayer request. I heard somebody say, I got this prayer request I want to share with you. Found out it was just gossip. We don't need to. Keep yourself clean, pure, and focus on these things. Social media is good. Georgina and I use Twitter, we use Facebook, we use Instagram to share the things that we're talking about in the website or some family things, but mostly it's the good stuff of the website and things that are happening at Touchstone's network, articles or prophetic words or things like that, because those are things that will encourage and bring hope. I challenge you to be careful about what you look at, what you allow on your Facebook page. Every morning during my prayer time, at the end of my prayer time, when I want to pray about other specific things, I'll scan down through Facebook and see specific things that the president's dealing with, or other things like that that can be a prayer request from somebody that's posted that I can pray for. But boy, there's other things that lately I've had to go through and erase. I've had to eliminate them from my Facebook because I don't want that junk in me. I don't want that darkness getting on me. We don't need any darkness in us. How can we speak against darkness if there's darkness in us? So we have to make sure that only the things that are pure and trustworthy and lovely and of good report and excellent, those things, think on those things. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you respond to. The other day I was looking at something and somebody made a comment about a preacher. And it wasn't a very nice comment. And that man doesn't know that preacher. I know he doesn't know that preacher. He just doesn't. I know it. But he made a comment about it. And I thought, you know what? That's totally uncalled for. And I went down and I wrote a whole deal back to that guy, telling him, you don't know this man. I know this man. You don't. And we got to trust God. And you know what? When I got done, I erased the whole thing. And I said, Lord, I commit it to you. Because I didn't need to be involved in that. So that's the word for today. Think on these things. Don't try to get involved like Ginger was trying to get involved with the other dogs. We got no business messing with them. You don't have any business messing with a lot of people that are on Facebook and on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat and whatever else is out there. I don't even know all this stuff. I'm encouraging you. Think on these things, and in doing so, you will be encouraged. You will be uplifted. You will be undergirded. You know something I did the other day? I made this... I know you can't read this backwards, but what it is, it's that scripture. Think on these things. And I keep that posted right under my television. Right under my television. So I'm looking at whatever things are pure. I love action flicks. But you know what? Most of the action flicks now, they have so much vulgarity in them or bad language. You can't watch them. It's not good. It's not pure. It's not. How can I be a blessing to somebody else if I got that junk in my system? I don't, I won't, and I should never shall more be. I want to be free of that stuff, just like I know you do. And the only way you can do it is think on these things. Love you. Bless you. Drop by and visit some of the articles and see what Georgina's got on her videos posted. A lot of great stuff, encouraging things. If you're fussing and you don't know who you are, what's your purpose in life, where you going, what you're struggling with, hey, your identity with God is the most important thing. Georgina's got a whole series of, I think it's 5 videos on your identity. And those are some of the great things. Lots of other good stuff. God bless you. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you so very much. Bye-bye till next time.